Whew, I was laying in bed checking out that video I just made on Australia because I was like, that was really crazy that I found like a nucleus. So I was looking at like I saw a nucleus here that used to be, and I see the new nucleus now that is, and I was like, people are gonna laugh when if they saw it, cause it's hilarious. I was kind of like, people are so zoomed in, like zoom out a little. Look at the things we can see if we zoom out. Like we're like looking at like this feature here, and like I'm like, well, like what about like that's kind of cool, right? It kind of looks like a galaxy. But I was looking here and I saw this one. But like while I was just casually watching, I'm like blah 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 blah, and I'm scrolling over here literally like let's see if we could find a figure eight, and my eyes lock on the nucleus, and my head thinks the shape of Australia is this, and that's it. Like, but like, I'm like, maybe there's like more material here that's like was conjoined enough to make the like nucleus not like centered, so centered in Australia. Oh shit, dudes. But maybe it's more centered here exactly. Right here. And I'm like, I start looking like, well, actually, I noticed initially, here's another circle here. So it was actually that one. And then I'm like, wait, that's still not centered on the X. So I'm like, dude, is it really? It's literally like this big right there. There. This is all the nucleus of Australia that decayed over and over again in like a succession where we can see like remnants of the succession. I don't know how many times I can see at least the large one, and then smaller ones, this smaller one here, this smaller one here, and then the current one. So at least three decays. Maybe the first decay, it became like here, probably. From the first decay, which probably just carved that way. Yeah. Carve that chunk out. Just made us. That's where this slice comes in. This slice comes in, allows this pressure to be relieved through like a valve over here, and then that basically centers the mass like here. Which then has a like an X more centered on it, I guess. Like it's slightly a little like there's a path that goes this way, maybe just temporarily for a while. It's a little not quite like this way. Maybe related. And then here, I guess, I don't know. I mean, just it cycles through until it reaches a stable core that's also probably like a good center platform to support the overall structure of Australia, which then just has like support structures around it, generally speaking, and so on. But like, how do I not just like get out of bed and just start recording that? Dudes, and also there's more. So I'm like, this thing here is the particle on experiencing this. And I was like, well, here's that. Like, I was in my head thinking, let's look at Australia. If I can find it. Maybe I need to zoom out. Pardon me. Oh yeah, it's colorful, and I was looking for this some reason. Okay. But I was thinking like this size, like that makes sense. But like now, maybe I should look for maybe this size. How big is that compared to this? Probably like 6 or 7 of them at least. That ish something. It's wow, you can kind of see magnetic rings there. This is gorgeous. Dudes, bravo on this map. Oh my god. And then I think this is like a decay sequence, like some kind of like gamma ray bursts that are like maybe, something, dudes. People who know more than me about that kind of thing might be able to like draw some conclusions from that, like, oh, like the way it divides the energy here by the gamma ray bursts. I assume like one burst, maybe if I just think it through. Like it's burst. It's not all in one stream. It's a burst. So why would it? What would it do to like do this? That's what I don't understand. I guess it just forks out like sideways. 90-degree turn, like it's hitting a total resistance. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Why is it hitting a resistance? It's just getting too far away from the source. Okay, good, good. So then it splits. Okay, okay. And then again, same thing. Energy is propagating sideways too far away from the source of that propagation point, and it bends. And it bends in the general direction of the flow. What all that means, I don't know in terms of anything applying it, but like that seems to be happening. So that's cool. I wonder if this does represent like the amount of supernovas, and maybe even like here's the top energy and it decays and decays and decays to some I don't know why it would structure itself like that, but it seems to not, although there's currents here, so it definitely, especially here, it's certainly a little like hard to tell what's happening, although could that be X marks the spot related? That's not just those two flow patterns across, no. Because that's this and this. That's down here. I think I think this is genuinely being propagated out of it in like an exact line. You can even see the way this bends right there. This. Like, it doesn't want to go this way, but there is a current just right there. Like, this current, imagine you're just going forward and then just a gust and then there's nothing, like, you'd be moving like this. Yeah, so, same, I guess. So this, I think, is legitimately a current that is legitimately reaching a point where it must branch out, and then it just branches out in two directions. And then it moves forward as one. I bet. I bet maybe with some imbalances depending on like whether the energy flow down this is like off center or something because of the decay process or something of that nature. Holy crap. Okay. Cool guys. Peace.